Thursday Night Showcase presented by T. Rowe Price.
That's when I think you can't get more foolishness. More foolishness come out of your mouth.
Now
You
watch your
surprise
mouth.
me.
I'm talking about
That's
Fluco.
a great thing.
Joe Fluco.
That's a great thing.
Are you a shell of yourself now?
Don't be disrespectful.
I'm not just asking a question.
Don't be disrespectful.
It's not disrespectful. It's a legit question.
I can't wait to hear what Skip Bayless says tomorrow because Joe, once again, 2 years in a row, outplayed the great number 12, and he just showed just how Joe cool he is.
You guys really do have quite a history. Meanwhile, we welcome in Terrell Suggs. Terrell, how are you? Congratulations. You're a champion. You deserve that, you know.
Yeah, thank you. You know, I'm calling from the moon. You know, basically, me and the family took a trip to the moon, and, the president, the POTUS, he called me and was like, hey, man, go ahead and call in the first day, if you've been disrespectful again. So, shout out to, our Commander-in-Chief.
Well, I'm glad you can hear us from the moon. Thank you for joining us from the moon. Meanwhile, look, I want you to take a minute before Skip tries to get at you. The floor is yours. What would you like to say to Skip Bayless?
You know what? I know he want me to yell and do all of that, but I'm not going to let Skip steal my glory. So I'm going to tell him that, I've been hearing his comments, over the past few days, and he has graduated from douchebag to dirtbag. So, but let's just hear from him. The floor is yours. The floor is yours, bro.
T-Sizzle, I do want to congratulate your Baltimore Ravens on the most improbable Super Bowl run in playoff history. It was the most unlikely three-game upset in the playoffs we have ever seen in Lombardi Trophy history. The odds makers have no respect for you. You opened as a 10-point underdog at both Denver and New England.
You don't have no respect for us because you sided with them in every week. But keep going. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm just stating the facts. You opened as a 4.5-point underdog to the San Francisco 49ers, and you pulled it off. But I have one question for you, Terrell Suggs. Exactly how much credit do you deserve for the Super Bowl victory? Because I'm looking at my stat sheet here, and unless my eyes are going bad, you only had one tackle and one assist.
Ridiculous question.
And wait. I got to ask him. All I saw, for the most part...
For what you get credit for in games, that's not my job.
Oh, okay.
I will say this. I will say this. First and foremost, congratulate the San Francisco 49ers. They played a hell of a game. But Skip, I got to ask you, since you've never won anything in your life, do you know what a game plan is? Well, just in case you don't,
Thank you for
the game plan
bringing
is a plan that a team comes up with
I
to
saw
stop
that.
an opponent.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the reason the San Francisco 49ers were in the Super Bowl this year and not last year is because of who?
Colin Kaepernick, and your job was to keep him from
Now,
getting outside, right?
A quarterback that's capable of beating you with his feet as well as his arm. We had to address that. I would have loved to went out there and had 4 and 5 sacks and been the game's MVP. But it does not guarantee me to win the game, Skip. Now, as Jason Pierre-Paul, how many sacks did he have last year in the Super Bowl? None. But he won the game. Ask Clay Matthews in the Super Bowl before. How many sacks did he have in his game?
Oh, so you're studying the stats and the
But he won
history.
the game.
Wow.
But he won the game.
Let him
In the
speak.
Super Bowl, it's about winning and losing. Ask Darnell Dockett if he would like to trade in his 3 sacks that he had in the Super Bowl 2008 for a Super Bowl ring. It's not. Like I said, I'd have loved to got loose. I'd have loved to just turn it loose and go out there and take. But the kid was special. The kid had the ability to beat us with his feet. So we had to be very cautious in our pass rush, and we had to make him make every throw, and he did so. Do you know what was his total yardage going? And do you know how many yards he ran for going into halftime, Skip?
Very low.
19 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know how many yards Frank Gore had going into halftime?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like 32 or 34 or something like that? What was their total yardage before the lights went out, before the reset button got pushed?
Oh. Well, then it got pushed, though.
See, Skip, you've never won anything.
Okay, but here's the point.
So you don't know what it means.
I do know football well enough to know. I watched
you know
you and your primary. Wait a second.
I've won every award a football player can win.
Yeah.
I've been player of the year at every level I've ever played the sport at.
Yeah.
I've been in the Pro Bowls, I've been All-Pro, and I've been Defensive Player of the Year. The only thing I didn't have on my resume was Super Bowl champion.
Yeah, and you know what we're seeing
what?
right now? You
February
can't see
3rd,
this. Suggs.
2013 Skip,
Yeah.
that changed.
You know
It
what
doesn't
you're...
matter. People are not going to go back and look back, well, oh, Doug only had 2 tackles, oh, he did this and he did that. We won the game. Are you going to tell me that Torrey Smith wasn't a factor because he didn't score a touchdown? Are you going to tell me Ed Dixon wasn't a factor because he only had 2 catches?
Hey, Suggs, answer this. Answer this question. Stop talking for a second and answer a
question. Are you going to tell me
question.
our offensive line was a factor for only giving up 2 sacks?
Are you running for me? You want to answer my
Arguably the
question?
Smith brother that we so heard.
Yeah.
Give respect to respect is due.
Okay,
And
all
you
I
show
saw
respect
in
to
the
a
Super
champion.
Bowl, I saw your assignment was chiefly to go hit Colin Kaepernick after he'd handed off, which I thought was kind of cheap. That was kind of beneath your dignity as the defensive player of the year. To go after the quarterback after he handed off? You like that?
I'm going to break down football to you, Skip. He's a runner. They are running the option off. I have no idea who has the ball. If my assignment is quarterback, I'm going to hit the quarterback. It's that simple.
Cheap shot.
You think it was?
Well, listen, the only question I have for you, Suggs, was this. I thought that had the blackout not taken place, you guys were en route to a blowout. I think that it saved the San Francisco 49ers and ultimately made the game far more competitive than it really was. We really got to go in a second, but I want a quick answer to that thought. What do you say to that?
At some point, I agree to that. I agree to that because we had all the momentum and they put us on ball. And, I always thought it was a coincidence that, the same thing happened to the San Francisco 49ers last year. All their lights went out in Candlestick. So, I just thought Jim pushed the old reset button. But, I thought we was been fine and worked through it. As you can clearly see, when the lights came back on, we got off the field on 3rd down. But, you know what? They played one hell of a game, and we was able to hold the levy.
So did you guys push the reset button on the last pass of the game for the 49ers when holding should have been called on Jimmy Smith?
You know what, Skip? Honestly, that one play that's in the referee's hands. The other ref could have easily called, holding on the touchdown that Colin Kaepernick ran in on our defensive end. We run the stunt, inside stunt, where the defensive end goes out. He's getting held the whole play. No flag. We lived through it. You know what I mean? You're talking about one play, Skip. What happened on the other 3 downs?
The end of the game was that you guys won.
How did they get down? How did they get down? 28
let me tell you, we gotta let you go because we are in the 30-minute show, darling. No problem, darling. I just want to tell you, congratulations. You handled it like a champion.
Congratulations.
Way to go,
Congratulations. And next time, in studio. All right, coming up next. We asked you guys to go to Twitter